So I really love these like pocket LED lights. These are great for like accent lights or throwing them in the background or using them as practicals. I've got a couple here that I really like. This one from Aperture is kind of old. It's the M9. They've had a couple models replace this one over the years, but it's still fantastic. It's the size of a credit card. It gets decently bright, not like super bright. You're not going to use this as a key light, but it's decently bright. A couple things about it is there's no quarter 20 on here. So instead they give you like a little bracket that has a quarter 20 and a cold shoe, and then you just clamp the light in there, and that's how you would mount it. So I would often use this if I'm like shooting in a car. I'd put this on the dash to light my talent. So that one has been a workhorse for me. I have this Socani light, which it's all metal. It's waterproof. This part unscrews, and that's where the charging port is. So you can like throw this in a fish tank and light up a fish tank in the background if you wanted. It's got quarter 20s on 3 of the sides. What's insane about this is how bright it is. Like if I turn this on, like this is so bright you can bounce it off of a ceiling and use it as a key light almost. This thing is really bright, and that's what I love about this is it's a beast for its size. It did come with like a little magnet diffuser and a tungsten filter that goes on the front, but that was cheap and broke and fell to pieces a long time ago, so this thing is daylight balanced. What was great about this though is this Socani light came with a bunch of like colored gels, and these gels are like the exact same size as the Amaran M9, so I can literally throw one of those gels on there and I can gel this M9, and it looks like these gels are made for it. They're the exact same size, which is awesome. The successor to the M9 was the MC, which is a little bit bigger, a little bit brighter, and it's got magnets in the back and a quarter 20 built in, so they pretty much addressed every issue I had with the M9, but I still like this little guy, especially for the price. And then I have this Ulanzi tube light, and what's great about this guy is it's RGB. So I can come here and I can dial in whatever HSI value I want, which is fantastic. It charges over USB-C. It's got 2 magnets built in, so you can stick it to a light stand or a desk or a table or something. It's got a bunch of modes, so it's got like the same effects you would expect an RGB light to have. So strobe, cop light, faulty bulb, candle, TV. And then since it's a tube light, you get more light wrap with it because it's a bigger source. And so this is really good for like, if you're filming small things, this is really good because you can get light wrap. So I use this all the time. It's got a quarter 20 on the top and the bottom. This is great to throw in the background as an accent light. Really like this light. It's really simple, but what it does great. But my new favorite pocket light is this Nanlite here. And so it comes in this little pouch here. This is the Nanlite LitoLite 5C. And I really love this thing. I've used a couple of Nanlite products before, and I really love their Pavo tubes. And this is kind of the same thing. So it charges over USB-C. It's got 2 magnets built in, so again, you can stick it to whatever you want. It's got a quarter 20 on the bottom. And then this thing is just really bright. So we'll hold this, turn it on. That's at 46%. And so you can crank this sucker up to 100%, and it is just stupid bright. Like again, this is almost as bright as that Socani. It actually might be brighter than the Socani. So I'm bouncing this off the ceiling right now, and this is how bright it is. It's lighting up my whole space here. What's great about this is the customization it gives you. So not only can you dial in your Kelvin value, so you can go from 2700 Kelvin all the way up to 7500 Kelvin. You can also control your green magenta shift. So if you're mixing this with another light, you can dial in your green and magenta shift and make everything match, which is fantastic. And so again, it's an RGB light, so you can dial in your HSI values. It's got the same effects you would expect from a light at this point. But what's awesome is you can customize these effects. So like this is the candle one, and out of the box I wasn't super happy with it, but I can come here and I can change the dim range. So I can say, let's get no darker than 6%, and let's get no brighter than 13%. And then I can set my color temperature to 2700. I can dial in a green magenta shift if I want. Right now the speed is 20. I can speed that up or I can slow that down. And I can dial this in to get the look I want. Now it comes with a little silicone diffuser that just pops on the front here. It doesn't feel the most secure. I haven't had anything pop off on me, but it doesn't feel very secure. And I could easily see this getting bumped and falling off. So I wish this diffuser was a little bit better, but it does a really good job at what it's supposed to do, which is softening the light. So that's the Nanlite LitoLite 5C. I really love this thing. This is probably my favorite pocket light. I've used a couple of the MCs. I have the M9, I have this Ulanzi, I have this Sokani, but I really like this Nanlite. So if you need a small little background light, I definitely recommend this. You get a lot of bang for your buck. It's super powerful, super versatile. It's built really well. Aside from the diffuser, which always feels like it's gonna fall off, but I really love this thing. So if you need a bicolor, RGB, super bright, super versatile pocket light, that's what I would recommend. So that's the Nanlite LitoLite 5C.